Yo! What is up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Lefty Live, where we all have fun and good times, family fun, no cursing or anything. I got my Pure Leaf sweet tea. I got a cool guest for the beginning of the show. I'll give you guys some guesses in the chat. You can guess who the guest is. Guess who the guest is. Let me know who you think it is. I'll give you clues if you don't get it right away, and I'll bring him on in a second. Once you guys guess it, who the guest is. I'm not drunk. I don't drink. Matthew, what up, dude? What up? That's right, I'm early. I like to under-promise and over-deliver by 6 minutes. It's my style. Yeah, dude, that new Asher is fire. So I think he's going to start sending me 2 of every knife because I always get them in and I love them. And I get fired up for a couple of days, but then I'm like, I got to pass these around. So then I ship it off to get passed around, and then I have like a list of 20 channels, and it takes months to get them back. And God knows what condition they're going to be in once they get back. It's just the nature of a pass around. So he's like, I think I'm going to send you 2 from now on so you can have one to review and actually hang on to, and then one to go around. And I figure I can give away that one that goes around to the people who review it. I can do like pass around giveaway kind of thing. What up? No cursing. Fuck that. I'm out. Yeah, I was just kidding. I got it. My clue was going to be a bald-headed old man. That was going to be my clue. I could see him giggling down here. I'm going to bring him on now. Are you ready? Did you powder your nose?
Nope.
Matter
of fact, I just got out of the shower, so I don't even have a hat on, so y'all are screwed.
That's all right.
It's terrible. There you go.
How's it going, man?
Oh, going good, man. I got my glasses on. Sorry.
Nice.
Going good.
Sorry, I'm wearing glasses.
Yeah, except for the fact that I've been having a panic attack for the past day and a half, but I'm good now. We're ready to go, man. We're raring to go.
Why are you having a panic attack?
I told you the website nonsense. I had built a website, and last night I spent like 4 hours making it like the Taj Mahal of websites and made it where it would load really fast and everything. And then I made 2 test products and realized that I couldn't have, like, if somebody wanted to order multiples, that they couldn't put the 2 of them in their cart. That basically you could put one in your cart and then it'd go to the other one and it would disappear, and go to that one and it would disappear. And so I had to basically stay up till 2 a.m. building another website and finish it up. Yeah, and it's good to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. And I just had my first sale from a friend testing it out.
There you go.
Little hiccup there, but no, we'll figure it out. I did ask you, and you said I don't know, I have to figure it out or something.
I said, tell me when you want me to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, tomorrow then. You can be my second test subject.
I'll order all 3 tomorrow.
Oh man, that's awesome. So
out from Baton Rouge.
There we go. Now I can see the comments.
Thanks, dude. What up, Patrick? It seemed like some new names up in here.
Very cool. Yeah, the Patrick McCray's a new one to me.
Matthew Sawinski. I don't recognize the last name.
Hey,
you
honey
guys
bear.
Are all welcome. Yeah, I've noticed a random boost in views and stuff on my channel. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it has something to do with it was before Metal Complex did the review of the stout. I don't know. It's weird. Like, my views went from 80 to 90,000 views to it's at 160,000 views right now in the last 28 days.
My wife and kids must be watching upstairs because they threw a hat down the stairs at me.
You look like a goofball.
Oh, that's not good.
If your wife's watching, then hold on. Let me.
Oh, no. Scarlett, he's playing with the fidget thing again. Just for you.
Just for her.
She said stop. She yelled stop.
Leland, as usual, sneak listening at work. Hey, man, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely use your earbuds, though, because, you might hear something unsightly that made no sense.
Yeah,
but
that would be
that.
bad. So
Honey Bear, Blaze Burger, what's going on?
Can I answer the question that's the title of your stream? Can I answer that?
I got to come up with something every week.
I know. I want to answer it. I want to answer
picky?
it. Am I too picky?
Yeah.
You ready for this? No, you're not.
Oh,
you're you.
I like it.
No, I mean, look, here's the thing. I think we all have, like, me, I'm not going to dig a knife that's like got certain things, especially if it's too expensive. So I'm picky. I'm just picky about different things than you are. So, I mean, you're allowed to be picky.
Is, am I too picky?
Yeah, you probably are.
Do I take it too far?
But do you take it too far for you? And the answer is no.
Well, yeah.
I mean
you
got to be you.
If we're being all PC here, then yeah, I'm just me.
But yes, you are crazy.
I think I'm too picky sometimes.
You are. You can be.
But I think I do it sort of for reasons, though. Like, if I wasn't picky, I'd be like, so me being picky keeps me poor instead of broke. You know what I mean?
Right. That's it, Michael. Michael Morgan says he's not picky. He's a diva.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fair. What's wrong with the Asher carbon fiber? What do you mean? What's wrong with it? Oh, is it in the picture? Oh, I just used that as a thumbnail. There is nothing wrong with that knife. That knife is an example of bang for your buck. Like, if you look at Casey's knife, right? You're gonna get that knife for $75. That's a fucking fantastic value, I think. You get 14C, 28N, G10 for $75, $85 if you want my Micarta. You get a good design that you can fidget with, that you could use, that's actually like a design by somebody who likes knives. In that price range, usually what you get is knives designed by OEMs that look like shit because they're all this fucking same or whatever, right?
Right.
Some examples of good ones would be like Collins knives, right? That he's done with Kubi.
Yep.
And I'd say that the opinion kind of falls in line a little bit with what Kubi was doing with Collins stuff, because you get the sheep's foot design, you get the G10 and the liner lock. And I mean, think about it. This in D2 was $65 or $55, $65.
I think it was
and
60,
the 14C ones are $70, and those are Kubi branded. And Casey's doing the same thing and adding $5. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I am kind of crazy.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I forget where the hell I was going with it. Oh,
yeah.
The Asher knife. So the Asher knife is the same thing. It's a guy who is into knives, who, like, he's an enthusiast, and he has designs, and he's bringing them to you for that Asher knife in the thumbnail is $82.50. That, I mean, use my code. Maybe it's like $75. That's ridiculous for a S35VN knife with carbon fiber and baller action. I mean, that thing is stupid for $82.
Yeah.
And the reason he can
think about some of the
fucking assembles every knife.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. He's doing something that none of us are doing.
When you saw the Kunwu version of it in titanium, the frame lock Spiro with hole, that was $115 because he's not assembling it and everything. So there you go. It's a $40 swing basically. That's how Asher was able to pull that off for so many years. It was like 2 years where he was just like under $100. This thing, it's just stupid. M390 and titanium for $99 or whatever it was, $92 was just beyond stupid. But it was because he was assembling them all and he couldn't keep that up, So he switched to Kunwu and he's got to, throw $15 on it or whatever. And even the Douglas is still going to be $100.
Right.
Like, so anyway.
So so you're right. Yeah. So I wasn't even thinking about that being a Kunwu one that he didn't put together. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
I
Yeah,
guess because
the
it's
Douglas is fire,
micarta
man.
instead of
Yeah,
titanium.
I dig the Douglas a lot. I really like that one a lot just because of how it fills out in your hand. It just feels so good. It is CEO approved. I would say Jeremy's pretty picky. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
But I wanted to bring Casey on tonight because the Pinion is dropping on Saturday. In case anybody watching doesn't know, the Pinion is going to have a pre-order. Sorry, not dropping, but the pre-order drops on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can pick yourself up one. 75 bones to get in on, like I said, a fantastic design. And the updated final production version is going to be even better than what I handled. And that knife, I would have easily paid that for that knife. So, I'm going to buy all
changes,
3.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome, man.
Open L, all 3. I would have bought 1 or 2 just to support them, but I would buy 1 or 2 because it's that good of a knife. So I'm going to buy all 3. You know what I mean? That's
awesome, man. I appreciate that. Open L, you definitely didn't miss it. It's Saturday at 1 Eastern on tempestknives.com. So, but finally got the website's good to go. It's not quite as flashy and fancy as I want it to be, but it works. Trust me. I just had somebody buy one and it worked. So yeah, we got that going on.
What up opinion? Can I not read?
What is he? Up and over opinion? Up and uppy opinion?
Picky, uppity
opinion?
An opinion on how you spend earned capital is not picky.
Right.
It's your First Amendment. Okay, yeah. Not eating peas when you're starving because you don't like peas. That's picky.
Right.
All right. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling like Ronin may just not get funded, which is a shame. It's a damn sleek design. So that's the Mr. Designs Ronin. It's the integral
that looks pretty sweet.
And I have the prototype on the way, so I don't want to talk about it until I have it. But I've heard really good things. NAF Sergeant really liked it. The guy behind the company, I have had him on the live stream. I'll try to do that again while I have the prototype. If it can help the Kickstarter at all, I'd have to look and see where it's at. I think it's tough when you have a knife, even though an integral at $365 is super affordable, and it's made by Riyadh. When it's your first knife and it's $365 and it's on Kickstarter, it's hard. I mean, funding a knife is hard. I mean, Casey can tell you.
You got that right.
There's plenty of examples of Arcane Design. Like when he first started, he did a Kickstarter I think it was for the Necronaut, and it did not go through. He somehow bootstrapped the Necronaut. I don't know how that happened, if enough people were into it and whatever, but he got that off the ground after a failed Kickstarter. Casey had the Mach 51 that didn't go through, and he's at it for a second time here with the Pinion, and we're all rooting for him. I think it's going to be great, but we'll find out on Saturday.
Yeah, we will.
And it's hard. It is, and I feel for Mr. I think his name is Mihai. I never want to say it because I don't want to say it wrong. I know how to spell it in my head, but I don't know exactly how to say it. But I'm gonna say Mihai is a great dude, and if any of you are interested in this knife, I'll pull it up real quick. We can look at the.
I was trying to find his Kickstarter. I can't find it.
Yeah, we can look at the Pinion as well once we look at this. But come on.
And my lighting's all screwed up.
Search.
Family comes down here and trips on the lights. So while you're looking for that, can I say something interesting? Yeah. I want to say something that I think is interesting here, and you tell me if I'm wrong. So
yes, you're wrong.
Most of the knives, you said something that kind of jogged something in my head here. So most of the knives that you're getting in that, 85 in my case and under category from, let's say, a Civivi, a Wii, not a Wii, a Civivi, a Kubi, whatever it is, they're going to be an in-house design. Now, of course, you've got the call-in ones with Kubi, but for the most part, and what I think happens a lot of these times is with these in-house designs, they're kind of designed by probably an engineer in their shop that just doesn't even like carry a knife or whatever.
Right.
And he just designs this knife, and he's not really thinking about it from a user standpoint. And I think what you bring to the table, what I bring to the table, what Colin brings to the table, what Dylan Mallory brings to the table is we're people that use knives. We're people that, and especially in China with these companies, the designers are not even allowed to carry one. So, outside of the shop, of course. So, we have the advantage, and especially being reviewers, me and you, we've seen a billion knives in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And, it frames kind of what you like, what other people like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's different than it's like I used to say. I'm a old school TV guy, and I'm a technical director. Okay, so that's the guy that punches the buttons for a TV broadcast. And the video switchers are made by companies like Grass Valley, Sony, Ross Video, whatever it is. And 9 times out of 10, they're made by some engineer. They're designed by the engineer, and the buttons aren't laid out right. They're not the way that I want them. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what I'm saying is to me, that's gonna almost always be a better bang for your buck.
Because they're pumping out so many designs.
If you look at Civivi,
you're gonna have weird shit. And on Civivi's end of it, the reason they became popular is because they weren't doing weird shit. They were doing normal, like mainstream looking stuff. But their issue is they just made way too many of the same fucking knife.
Right.
They just changed this little thing here and this little thing here. And people, I think, are finally just getting sick. I mean, the people are still buying their shit, so whatever. But now it's like, let's take this knife and put a button lock on it. And it's just, I don't know. To me, it gets boring real fast. Here's the Ronin.
See, I love the shape of it, man.
So I will be up front and say the design is not for me.
Right.
And I am very excited to check out the prototype, and I'm betting it's going to be really good. The design just is not my style. I'm not into
an up sweat blade.
Yeah, I'm not into an up sweat blade. It does seem to have a Tanto tip, so that it may change my mind in hand, right?
Secondary tip there, yeah.
I also like, he has another one, a button lock, that looks really good. That one I want to check out as well. But they look like very well thought out designs.
When did he launch this Kickstarter? I'm a little surprised.
It was 26 days to go, so 4 days ago.
Right. That's only 23. Wow. Okay.
It's a lot of, but see what
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
$370 or whatever for a knife.
Right. And I'll be honest with you,
he's gonna get a push. I think he's sending one to Metal Complex.
Okay, good.
That one's going to, I think Neves has one right now. Although I think he just posted a review or something.
I think you'll like the way the lock is, though, Kevin. That looks like something you would lock.
So here's the thing. I think the reverse flick should be good as long as I can, as long as you can reach the hole properly. Because the lock looks like it's covered. It is a front flipper, I believe. So it's more of a thing for righties, that it's better that it's covered. So right-handed, you're not all over the lock.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like a good knife. And it's the fact that it's an integral for the price of like a Jaeger, I think is pretty impressive. I think it should be getting a lot more love than it is right now. I honestly believe that it's sheer just marketing. Like that when you do this, what we're doing, you have to flood the fucking market. You have to market the shit out of your knife.
Learned that very hard.
he did that, but then he went and then he got new prototypes or something. And there's been a long gap since that initial push, right? He had a lot of videos coming out. Metal Complex did videos. Neves did videos. But then it dried up because he waited on these new prototypes with studs, I think.
Yeah, Ian, it's made by Riyadh. That is correct.
But and now he's kind of revamping the marketing aspect of
Right.
it.
And
So it might
that's
just take a little bit for it to kick in.
maybe.
But hopefully something gives and he gets a big push. Certainly, if I get the prototype and I like it, I'm going to do whatever I can to make that happen. But we'll see. Usually, you can get a pretty good indication from early on, which doesn't necessarily bode well here.
Well,
But
the other thing is
doesn't-
this his first design? I mean, like his
it's
first.
his first. Yeah, it's his
Yeah.
first
So
one that he's putting out.
again, and again, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. We know this one. A lot of people didn't like this, in your words, goofy cockpit. But again, my first design. They don't know me from Adam, and it was $250. And timing and other things going on. And in this guy's case, it's his first design. It's what would you say, 350? Yeah. So that's tough. That's a tough one to get off the ground for anybody if it's your first design with that kind of price tag. But I agree with you. I think the marketing, I'm feeling a little bit better this time because I think it's gone pretty well for me. Getting it out there and I've got more.
I think doing a budget knife was
and that's that's why I did it, because it was like, let's try to get one out of the gate here,
I was asking for the specs, I think. There you go.
So it's a 3-inch blade, 4.2-inch handle.
Yeah. I'm excited to check it out. I think the Tanto blade actually will be useful. So the reason I don't like an upswept blade is because I can't use the tip for what I do. I cut shipping labels out. I do EDC shit. I don't want an upswept tip. I don't skin animals. Like, that's not what I do.
Right.
But if you have a Tanto, you can use that secondary tip. So we'll see. I do agree that Tantos are polarizing. Yeah.
They are.
I don't know. I mean, it should have been a 3.3-inch blade too. I mean, Ian, you can say what he should have done all you want. I mean, it's his design.
I will say though, a failed one.
For you wanting a 3.3-inch blade, there's people who don't want that, and maybe he wanted to keep it to where it's legal in wherever. Like, I don't know.
Thank you, Jay Friedman. Appreciate it, brother.
It only makes one decent move to make things go in your favor, so keep grinding. But I think the 3-pack was smart. Yeah, I agree.
Appreciate that very much. I'm trying to be creative, but it's a lot to sell, and I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. But I'm feeling pretty good at this point in time, mostly because Kevin's telling me to have a positive attitude. So
you should. I mean. I think here's the thing. In my
it was a joke, Kev. I'm okay.
No, in my conversations, like outside of where I talk to you, right?
Yeah.
It's all been positive stuff, where I think with the Mach 51, it wasn't anybody saying like negative things, but it was people wishing you good luck and shit like that.
Yeah.
Where this time around, it's like, I'm going to get one. Or, it's just a different sort of, it's a different vibe this time around outside of what you see. So that's why
that's
have
good. That's
higher hopes than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
And I agree with that, and that's great. I hope we get to the point as a community that some people feel okay to come tell me something up front when they see a design and they don't think it's going in the right direction. People should just, message me and, other reviewers and stuff and say, what are you doing, man? That would be helpful as well. But you know what I'm saying.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. But it's, there's things, most of the reviews this time, like last time, like you said, most of the reviews, there were definitely some dings, and this time around, it's literally just maybe some, just taste things of this and that and the other.
Well, and there's the little nitpicks that you can change that you did.
Which I am right.
It's not like remove the cockpit, like, you know what I mean? That's You can't change the whole knife, but you can update the blade to handle ratio a little bit.
So Terry,
Ian,
go ahead.
I was going to say, Ian, you said it scares you, sharpening it. How many of your $360 knives have you sharpened so far? That would be my question, because if you're like me, the answer is none. Right? I've had a couple of them sharpened just to put a mirror edge on them, but how many of them have I actually needed an edge put on because I dulled it out? 0. Because I collect knives. I buy too many knives. I use too many different knives. And then when I carry a knife like that, I tend not to use it as much. Like if I have a $300 knife in my pocket and then I have another knife in my pocket, I'm probably going to use the other knife. So Tantos, recurves, they honestly don't bother me anymore because I'm not really going to have to worry about it. While you answer Terry, I'm going to open something scary as hell that Terry sent.
Uh-oh. Terry sent something scary?
So that's not Terry is an artist.
Oh, cool.
Apparently. Sent me some cool drawings he's done. So when I say apparently, I mean he is. I just
real quick, Terry.
God.
Okay, hold on.
I saw it.
Terry,
the
answer is no for this time. I thought I had the website set up and I was working in that direction, but like Kevin will tell you, to get Sezzle set up, you have to actually have a product to sell before they will set it up. And I haven't had anything to sell, and I've been working towards getting this ready. And then with the website debacle, no, I'm not going to be able to offer Sezzle this time around.
If it had been a knife that cost more than $100, it would have been something I would have really focused on.
Yeah.
But it being a $75 knife, people should be able to just buy it.
That was my hope. That was my hope. Yeah, they say sold out. They say sold out because I haven't populated anything yet. It will on 1 o'clock on Saturday. It will say they're available. So they're not sold out.
Terry is an artist.
Okay. Do I want to turn away? Oh, that's awful. Do you have to go full screen? I hope my family's not watching anymore.
I hope your family's watching.
I hope they're not.
This is artistry right here. What is that? Like, did you model this after your own ball sack, Terry? I'm just curious.
The views and artwork of Kevin Lefty EDC are not necessarily those of KC or anyone else.
It's not my artwork. This is Terry's artwork. Look, the view count went from 78 to 83. We got more people watching now.
I like your signature, Terry. How about that? I'll compliment this by saying I like your signature.
You drew this. Are those Casey's balls? Yes, I think they're old and wrinkly, so it makes sense.
Jeez.
But the hairs are black, not gray. So I don't know. We'll have to have somebody investigate, but it won't be me. I gotta get this framed, dude. This is awesome. So for tonight, if we get any super chats, this will be the ball tapping ball sack for the night.
Please, no super chats. Just hold off till I'm gone.
Will this fit a 5x7 or what? An 8x what? I'll have to get a frame hanging on the wall.
I do like his use of geometric shapes. That's very nice.
Thank you, Terry.
See how nice I am?
Yeah, he hit me up after the live on Saturday and was like, I got to draw you a ball sack. And I was like, what? You're going to what?
You're going to what?
And he did it.
Oh, gosh.
What are you going to do?
You could, well, no, forget it. I had a bad idea. I'm going to leave it to myself.
So I also have a giveaway we'll do at the end, which this one's fun. So I'm finally giving away this ratchet coin that I hate. So I'm going to be honest and tell you I hate this. But I paid $130 for this.
Why you hate it, Mr. Piggy?
At the very least, maybe you can resell it or something. It's a coin-shaped object out of titanium, and it's a ratchet coin. So it's meant to be kind of like one of the haptic coins I like with magnets, but this has a ratchet instead, and you rotate it around,
Ah.
and that's how it does it. But it makes this kind of squeaky sound. Apparently, it breaks in, and it comes with two other coils that you can add inside, and you can make the ratcheting either stronger or weaker. I think I have the medium one in right now. So at the very least, you'll have a $130 paperweight and a cool bag from ACEDC. And then just because I felt bad, that was the only thing. I have
Somebody's gonna love that.
I have KPL Knife Shield.
Somebody's gonna love that thing.
Fantastic. Somebody's wife is gonna love it. KPL Knife Shield, and then I have an ACEDC mask because I just got to get rid of those. Dead Nut sticker. Just look at it. Sticker. I got some business cards for random people. I got a Knife Nerdery holographic. Addicted to Knives.
Are you out of mine?
Bees Blades. I think I have some of yours. I just grab whatever I have.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Grab a handful. This one's probably going to be popular. It's a Winter Blade magnetic EDC sticker. Somebody's probably going to enjoy getting that one. And then I got my new stickers that just came in, the Got Detent sticker.
Oh, very cool.
And I got a Holes Over Studs from Jake. So that's everything you'll get tonight. If you're here at the end of the stream, I'll pull a winner. I've been doing it with the StreamYard tool. It's pretty cool. So you actually have to be here, and we don't have to do numbers game. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
So I'm going to close this back up so I don't have to worry about it again. It's kind of my tradition.
Well, don't forget in a minute you need to show off my fancy new website, but I want to show you this first. So this, Kevin, came from James over at Tinker Force.
Yeah.
So this is a little tray he's going to have produced. So he's not 3D printing these trays. He is 3D printing these, but this is a small, as you can see, because it's
aluminum.
It's an aluminum tray, and
cool.
He's going to produce these. And guess who's making aluminum?
Well, you told me, Alex Steingraber.
Alex Steingraber, and you can get the same dealy bobs that he offered otherwise. He hadn't said if he's going to make bigger ones yet.
How much will they be, though?
I think he said 65 or 70. He hasn't firmly.
I'd rather get a 3D printed one and save the $40.
Right. But he's
personally, because I love the one I have.
Just trying to do some things, I guess. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then he's also producing these little wallets.
You guys live in the same town, right?
Yeah. He lives like 5 minutes that way. So he's making these this whole backside, it's 3D printed plastic.
Did you put those patches on, or?
Yeah, they're my patches.
Okay.
I put them on there. So basically it's Velcro the whole way, and then a lanyard hole, and then on this side you've just got a card.
So what is it? Just a
elastic
block of something?
Yeah, it's a 3D printed plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, and so you put your cards in here or your money or whatever you want, and then over here you got your little Ranger eyes.
For all the patch people, that's a great.
He's going to have these up for sale very soon.
Cool.
So he sent those.
This is awesome.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's a really nice guy, and
I like that guy a lot.
Has a lot of cool ideas. He shared a few with me, and we'll see where they go, man.
I love the tray. I use the tray every time I disassemble.
Yeah, I've seen that. This one's a little. It's not that size. This one's really small, so it's not big enough for taking stuff apart, but. I could see where it would be definitely useful.
You could, I guess. I mean, you could just rest a driver on it or something. I don't know.
Well, that's true. That's true. I still need to get a decent driver, man, because my lousy driver won't even fit in either of these because my driver sucks.
Right.
So,
what do you mean it doesn't fit? You take the bit out and then put it on.
No, I'll show you.
Or you have a micro bit one.
You know what I have. Yeah, I have the micro. But I have this.
Awesome, Stacy. Yeah, it's the same one I have. It's so good.
I have these nice Weehaw bits that some goober sent me, but I have this. This is my freaking driver. So, yeah, baby.
What is wrong with you?
I'm a cheapskate, man.
So cheapskate with something good. I mean, Jesus.
All right.
At least get a Weehaw stubby driver. Everybody chip in. Let's get.
Oh,
Casey
don't
a
do that.
driver.
I'll get one. I was gonna get one of the CRKT ones or something, or the
That's
Weehaw.
a great option because it's basically a good one, but made by a company for cheap. I want to talk about this knife that I got in. This is the Chavez Knives Sangre. So
I
it's
love
a
the
one
blade shape.
flipper knife. I had
Did
the
you buy that?
Liberation in too.
Did you buy that Malibu that we saw today yet? Did you buy that yet? That $12,000 Malibu?
Kidding me? But I did buy another one of these from Blade HQ. I bought the my Carta show side all blacked out one.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about doing a swap because I don't get why they do black G10 with a titanium show lock side. Why don't they do all black? Like black out this side with the black G10. And
well,
then
that's like
you could still do satin hardware and a satin blade, and it would look
that's
way
like
better.
my field duty EDC was though the same thing. It was
Yeah, I don't get that.
titanium and then black G10. Yep.
But I could not Loctite this. I tried 3 times. The last time I soaked the pivot and everything in alcohol to make sure it was clear of oil and stuff. I even used oil tolerant Loctite. Like I don't know what was going on. And I ended up getting so pissed I used super glue.
Oh crap.
So
actually, you only use that on your thumbnails.
The dude from Asher says he uses super glue. And apparently it works really well. It can't permanently bond to steel or metal. So you can get it off with like acetone, but you can get your pivot to stick in like 10 minutes because it, once Loctite's cure. And apparently it worked. So I think I'm good to go now. The centering on this is just not perfect, but I think somehow I messed around with it enough that I got it like almost dead nuts.
Chaz is surprised you like that.
So the Sangre?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm surprised I like it. I really am. I got the Sangre and I was honestly not going to do it. I told myself I wasn't going to do Chavez and I wasn't going to do Pena X series anymore because I just get them. I think they're cool and that's why I get them, but then I sell them. You know what I mean? And I still end up just buying them for some reason. And I bought the Sangre because I've been wanting the Sangre since I saw it last year. And they finally dropped. And I was like, damn it, I'll get one. So I did. And then I was like, damn, I really want a black lock side. And then I saw the ones on Blade HQ. I wish I was fast enough to get a carbon fiber one. And I got the my Carta one. I figured I'll put together whatever I want. And then I'll, sell the leftover one for a decent price. Because I got a deal on this one because I bought it through White Mountain Knives.
Oh, okay.
And then I paid full price, obviously, through Blade HQ. So I can sell the other one for a little bit of a discount and not take a hit. But I really like it. I just wish that this had a choil like the Liberation flipper I had, which is literally the same size. It's like the same knife, except a Tanto instead. It has essentially a full finger choil. And this has this stupid choil that Chavez does that, like, why wouldn't you just give me more blade and just put a little tiny sharpening choil in? Like, does anybody know the reason for this? Why are you giving me a half finger choil?
That is pretty bizarre. That's definitely
why wouldn't you just give me more edge then and not have it there? Because you're tempting me to use it, right? But I've already cut myself climbing in here.
Yeah.
But then the Liberation has one that's like, a millimeter or 2 longer, so you actually can fit your finger in. So why not do that on this one? Like, it just baffles me. And then my other thing, so that pisses me off because I just want to use the choil, even though I don't really need it. And then the other thing that pisses me off is the forehead screws. Like, stop listening to the 7 people that care about the clip. I did my review of the Liberation today, and I showed the box, and I was like, here's the box. And I was like, here's the extra clip if you're a pussy. Like, I don't understand. Like, who doesn't like this clip?
I think it's pretty cool. I've never had
You don't
one,
like
but
this clip. Are you buying this knife anyway?
probably not.
The fox has a skull on it. The knife has a fucking skull and a key on it. Like, if you don't like the skull, get the fuck out. Like, just don't buy the knife. I don't know why he listened to people.
Right.
And, like, did this. Because now, because it has a swappable, it comes with an extra clip. So now your knife costs more. And you have forehead screws that look like shit. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, that's really weird. And they're not even lined up.
It used to mount through the rear.
They're like crooked.
Remember? It used to mount from the inside.
Right.
You could have left it at least that way and used this other clip and still mounted from the inside. It's so frustrating to me because
that's bizarre.
Yeah, but I still, for some odd reason, like this knife. It's not comfortable because there's sharp corners everywhere. I couldn't get it centered. It has no jimping on the flipper tab. I had to strengthen the D10 a little bit. It should have a hollow grind, but doesn't. There's a lot of things that picky me should be like, sell it. But I bought another one.
Right.
I don't understand. Oh, here's another thing. The late D10. Look at this.
Oh, wow. And you like this knife.
Dude, I don't. It's just there's something about the badassery.
Right. It is pretty. Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
And it does have, for me, this blade shape is just so good.
Yeah, the blade shape's awesome.
It's,
very much so.
I really do like it. Do I think long term I'm going to end up in 6 months, are we going to be sitting here talking about the Sangre sitting in the front row of my case? No, it'll probably be long gone.
You'll sell it in a month.
But for now, I really like it. So
I'm going to go back a little bit. Ian Coates, if you're looking for a slip joint, wait for this one on July the 15th. And I'm just telling you, it's hard. It's hard to rank the Jack Wolf knives, but I'm telling you, this is at my top.
It's easy.
It's
Midnight,
that. And by the way,
Jack sharpshooter,
right?
Little bro,
really? I put sharpshooter ahead of laid back.
Little bro might go in between laid back Jack and sharpshooter.
Wow.
Or it might go at the bottom. But dude, the warnies are just better.
Right. This is great because
it's the best
one because it's a full size in your hand. It fans out at the back, so it feels good in your hand. Stronger spring, great blade. He's calling it a sheep's foot, but it's really a ram's foot, if you ask me.
The long pool, the triple fluted bolster, the purple carbon fiber. The list goes on. That thing is incredible, dude.
Well, to be honest with you, and I've seen the purple. I've seen the purple, and the purple's beautiful, but I got to tell you, the contrast between the natural and the gray just looks so good on this one to me.
It looks good on all of them, dude. The natural is by far the best micarta on the Jack Wolves.
Now on the little bro, this dark matter copper carbon fiber is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I need that one too because I never did get one.
But this one is
recalled.
Oh yeah, gotcha. This one is
sure
you can see smaller, right?
It still to me looks amazing. I love the look.
Oh
of it.
Yeah.
What up, Redbeard?
Yep.
What up, dog?
Really, really nice. So it's
today the Jaeger one.
It's this thing is just it. Here's the thing. Seriously, and I said this the other night in my live stream. Ben has changed slip joints for me. Slip joints used to be an add-on that was just there sort of as pocket jewelry, and I might pull it out and cut something with. This is now a full-on secondary knife for me that I will use during the day, very much so. So Ben has absolutely changed slip joints for me. He really has. So because before they're good looking, you might cut with them, you might not, but they're there, and but these right here, flat out, I'm gonna use, and I have been. So, just my opinion.
What a Chavez with sharp corner. Yeah. So what I always say about it is these smaller ones, the street ones,
Wow. Thanks, silly geese.
Are you reading that comment? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna just let it go.
Well, no, I want to read it because I want to. Here's the thing. I'm one to take negative comments, but I would like for it to be a little more helpful.
Constructive.
Constructive instead of. I mean, I don't know what's ugly and horrible about my blade, but
he's just being a douchebag.
Yeah, but anyway, that's cool.
Why I ignored it.
I know. I should have ignored it too, but I had one of those in my comments the other day, and I did exactly what you did. I just thanked them for the comment and moved on, but it is what it is. Yep. A Chavez with sharp corners? No.
So what I was saying was the street-sized ones to me are more ergonomic because they're not a 3.6-inch blade and a huge knife. For you, it's probably better, honestly, but these street-sized ones are 3.25-inch blade, very comfortable in the hand. But the ones that are bigger, to me, are actually more comfortable because the handle sticks out to here. So when I hold it, I have handles sticking out. All the sharp corners are down here. But when I hold one of these street ones, I get the sharp corners right in the palm here. So even though it's a better size knife overall, it actually is worse because I'm getting poked everywhere. Luckily, I don't do enough
I hear you, Jeremy. I'll do a better job, Jeremy. I'll ignore the trolls. I'm sorry. So, Kevin, I have a theory. Would you like to hear my theory? And this is totally KC's theory. Okay, so we now have a sheep's foot Jack Wolf. We have 2 clip points, right? We have a sheep's foot. We have 2 clip points. We have a what do you call it here? You have a Warncliffe right here. Okay, so what's next? We better get a spear point next. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Point. Didn't he do the canine one?
Well, he hasn't released it yet. I'm saying.
Oh, why do I feel like
No, that one hasn't come out yet, man. So yeah, we got 2 clip points, and we got a Warncliffe, and we have a sheep's foot, and we now need a spear point. Yeah, we do need one of those as well.
I would love a Hawksbill.
G-Ball, the answer to your question is a tough one. The answer is it will stay open as long as it needs to stay open. The pre-order, my plan is I have to buy 600 knives. So my plan is to run the pre-order as long as it takes to have enough money to fund that.
Why? I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you? If you funded it in the first 20 minutes,
I'm still gonna leave it open.
If you can sell 600, why not sell 600?
No, I'm going to. Okay. I'm saying if it's 3 weeks down the road and I just finally get enough to fund the project, then I might close it and move on. Is what I'm saying. But yes, you're right.
I would leave it open and I would just leave it open until they come in. You could sell.
Well, that's true too. That's
you could have a Metal Complex video drop or whatever, and then you got more to sell.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and you sell on my wife now too. I feel like I got to put numbers in there just because it's to track it, Plus, I'm this is probably the first time I've said this. I probably am going to limit the 3 furs, just simply because there is a discount, so I might limit those. But
why would you limit those?
Oh gosh, well, okay, well then I'm not going to limit them.
Give me a reason, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. And then
okay,
you're gonna lose the $15. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I won't limit them. When you and I had talked previously, we had talked about certain numbers in there. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. That makes sense. It doesn't matter. So the answer to your question is
that's if you don't want to order 2,000 knives,
right.
At least I wouldn't on a first run of a knife, and you're doing all the work. Going through 2,000 knives would suck.
Well, I got Freak Show's coming up to help me do QC, so I'll be good. He'll do 1,000, and I'll do 1,000, and we'll be good to go.
All right, well then there you go. You need no limit. If I told you should put a limit on it, I was wrong.
You did. You told me to do. Told me to do 200 of each. Is what we talked about.
No, you were talking about the quantities of each version,
Right.
Does it matter like, do they care? Like, if they
No.
only sell 50
And that's one of the reasons
weekends.
that's one of the reasons I went with Kubi, because they're not going to be. I mean, I want to do 200 of each. That's what I mean, at least 200 of each. But they're not going to.
Well,
If I come back,
one sells better than the other,
right?
no, you
So
don't.
if I come
Like,
back
if you
to
sell 100
right,
black or 100 blue G10 and 300 of the other two, I wouldn't order.
they're not going to care
the same amount of each.
Right.
I would order extras in the other colors that you sold more of.
Jay I mean? Friedman, you said it right, man. I'm one of those guys. I have to have a goal in my mind. I agree, but no, I have to have a number in there of inventory just to open it up, because the products are already active. So I just have to put a quantity in there.
500 of each.
Yeah, I'll put something in there, and then
100 of the 3-packs or something.
Okay. I hadn't even come up with what I was going to limit that to. I was just thinking about a limit, and I don't know. I don't have to do that. I was just thinking.
There's no reason. If anything, I would want to sell more 3-packs than, because the more 3-pack. I mean,
the quicker it's going to
instead of one. Like, I don't. If anything, I would give more of a discount for the 3-pack and try to sell more of this.
See what you're doing? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we'll see. I know 2 other guys that are going to buy Opinion just because of the shape of the blade, and they're not. There you go. Very nice, Bama. And again, that was one of my favorite comments in all the reviews was Stasa. I don't know if you guys heard, but he likes it because you get that Warncliffe way that it cuts boxes, and it stays in further up, and then you get a little bit of belly to get that tip down into cuts. He really liked that. So that's kind of why I designed that blade show, because I really hadn't seen anything with an acute small tip like that, small upswept. And so that's kind of where I agree, G-Ball. Kevin makes good sense about half the time. So
always
you're going to show my website. You got to show it, because I want to show the website, because I did a lot of work until 2:30 in the morning last night. Fine.
You want to show?
By the way, shout out to Jacob at Quist Blade Works. He was huge today, helping me.
Just talking to him, actually.
Awesome dude, man. What a good dude.
I do want to show a new Devo design.
Do that first. Absolutely.
No, we can pull the website up. Just don't want to forget to show.
Yeah, I can't wait for my stout. Is it here yet?
Nope.
It's a joke.
August 10th.
I know. I'm just joking.
Sadly, it's longer than we thought, but that's why we added 2 months.
And I almost bought a backspacer. I came so close to buying one.
Sure, they sold out, man.
Oh no.
We sold 75 backspacers.
I'm just not super bougie, man. I'm just not.
That's why we only
right,
added
just a backspacer
to the order. We just wanted to do something,
right,
to have it, an option or something. Nah.
What's up, NAF? Shout out to Not Your Average EDC.
We're chopping down trees later. Stay tuned.
So this is the website's really simple, guys, and if you click on Kevin, just pick one and click on it.
Maybe I'll click on this one. I
sure,
think this
go
should
for
be cheaper. Just saying.
Oh gosh. Why do you have to say stuff like that?
Where's the calculator on here?
What
calculator? Calculator.
Why would there be a calculator on my website?
All right, so I can't do math. So 75 and 75 is what?
$15 off. It's $15 off.
150 plus 85 is
we can have this conversation offline instead of you telling everybody. Instead of you telling everybody my prices are too high.
So
that's a good discount,
okay,
man.
So if I bought all 3 separate, it'd be $235. You're giving me $15 off, and it's $220. $215 sounds better.
Why do you have to do this to me? Why do you have to do this?
$215 sounds better.
Yeah, but you also don't know what my margins are.
I know you could take another 5 bones off.
Oh gosh, you don't know what my margins are. They're pretty slim, brother. Hit the show more there, and that shows all the specs down.
Where?
Show more. Yeah, so that shows all the specs and all the details and everything like that.
What do you guys think? I think it should be 120 for all 3.
All right, I'm muting my mic for a second while I say some things. Hold on. Okay, I'm back.
150. I'm telling you. That's my final offer.
Are you done now? Man, I came on here because you said we wanted to talk good things about my knife.
With you, man.
Jeez,
Jeez,
it's a doorbuster, yeah.
I'm buying
hey,
one. That's what,
15,
can I get a discount at
$15.
least? Can Lefty 10 work on the website?
It does not work. I told you, you don't know what my margins are.
Make it 235 and then 10% off.
But then that would have to be off of everything, and we're not doing that. So
that's okay. All right. Will I get this black clip with
no, you will not get a black clip. Down the page, it's if you scroll down, it says.
Just kidding. Geez.
Oh gosh.
Oh, look at this. A drop sheep.
Drop sheep.
Look at that. A drop sheep. That's what you went with?
Yes, that's it. You like that?
Sheep's point. I like
sheep.
Point.
What did Nav call it? A sheep clip.
A sheep clip.
Sheep clip. That's what he called it. Nav called it a sheep clip.
Nav Sergeant might be on to something here.
Sheep clip.
See, this is what we do. Instead of chopping down, we name blades.
I'm with Jeremy. I'm with Freak Show. Lefty 10 adds 10%. That's what we're doing.
Right, yeah. Do that boycott until 2:15.
Oh gosh, thanks, Michael. Love you, baby. Oh, come on. I'm out 15%. Oh gosh.
Jay Freed, I'm waiting on his drop. When he had pre-orders, I had 5 already. I didn't want a 6th. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, Jay Friedman, you're talking about. Where's that one?
Where?
Satin. I got black and satin. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
What you get, Chaz? Raw tie.
I don't know what knife they're talking about.
That's what I copped. That's what he copped. Anyone know there was 10 black and satin? What are you talking about? Oh, the grippers. So that's my bad, guys. I talked to Jason when I had the prototype he sent me. I said I would buy one when they come in, and he said he'd give me whatever number I wanted. I said I'll take 22 because that's if I'm gonna have a number, that's the number I would choose. But I'm not really a numbers guy, and he was just trying to hook it up because I did the review and I was promoting it and stuff. And then when they came in, I talked to him the other day. Actually, I think it was like 4th of July, and I was like, dude, could you do a blade swap? Could I get a black frame with a satin blade? And he's like, that wasn't an option, but I actually like the black blade with the gray frame. So he was like, it's your lucky day. I'll swap them. You can have the black frame with the satin blade, and I'll take the gray frame with the black blade. So it kind of worked out. And we're calling ourselves the Gay Gripper Brothers. So we're the Gay Gripper Brothers, me and Jason. So that's how that started. But I had seen it somewhere, and that's why I asked him, because I was like, dude, I saw black frames with satin blades. Like, can I get one of those? So I don't know where I saw it, but that's where I got the idea. So that might be my fault that they were on there. So I don't know.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Usually my fault.
I can do that, ENG. I can do that right now if you would like me to do that.
Got me a medium frost. What did he say?
$219.99.
Yeah, that honestly does sound better. You should do that with all of them. $74.99, $84.99. I'm not kidding. We did ours at $269.
You guys are killing me, man.
It's psychology, bro.
Why did I come on this stream? Can you remind me?
Which I can afford a stout cab. I'll have to save for that one. I'll be going for the Black My Card Opinion.
Awesome.
I had time to save for it. I want to support both of you.
Oh,
no,
man, thank you.
You're an a-hole. You didn't buy a stout. What a butthole. Dude, I don't care. You should buy an opinion. I'm buying an opinion. If you have the money when the stouts drop, get one. No big deal. We got a budgety knife coming. The Growler, working on that. Shieldon's supposed to have the updated prototypes done by the 15th, and then we'll be able to put the final order in. And then we are actually starting to work on a prototype for a budget stout. We're going to do a mini budget stout. Talking to QSP about it. So they're going to do a smaller one, like just under 3 inches, liner lock with G10 or micarta, 14C28N. So that's the plan on that. And then we have a backlock we're working on. I wanted to show you guys this guy. So let me see if I can pull it up. I have no idea where I saved it. So hold on. There it is. Can I just open my screen or something? I wanted to get everybody's opinion on this guy. All right, let's try this. Share screen window. Can I share a window? No. Wait, yeah, maybe.
As long as it's not the window to your soul or anything, we don't want that.
Let's try this. All right. And then I won't be able to see it, but you will. Let me know if you can see it. Not that.
I'm not looking right now. I can see your purple background. There you go.
You can see it?
Yeah. That's
All
your
right.
lockback, huh? That's pretty sweet.
So this is the Devo Bach.
The who?
We're calling it because backlock.
Type
of beer.
Is there a type of beer? Okay. I
Yeah,
don't know
it was originally going to be. We had a button lock design. That was actually the mash, but we changed it to a liner lock, so we changed the name to the mash, so we can still use the Bach. So it's a back lock with an inlay, carbon fiber inlay. We obviously have the 50-50 choil we always try to do. You got thumb studs and a long pull, I guess, fuller. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We have this drop pointy type blade, hollow grind on that guy. And then the plan is we're going to use Colin's inset, whatever the fuck he calls it, the ceramic ball on the lock bar thing that he does. So I don't know if you guys have seen his new Best Tech model, the Tonic. I have a prototype coming, but he invented this thing where you put a ceramic ball on the inside of the lock bar so it rides against the tang of the blade. So it makes it where a back lock is actually super crisp to deploy. It's very unique.
It's smoother getting over the edge. Yeah.
Right. It's really cool. So we're going to have that in here. I think we're going to work with Best Tech on it because they're the ones who did that.
I don't think Jeremy likes backlocks. Why a backlock?
Because backlocks are cool. That's why.
Oh, there we were. That was cool.
Let me know what you guys think. Does it come in Tanto? So we did a Tanto mock-up, but we just didn't like it. So we're going with the drop point. At least that's where we're at right now. And the reason is because I recently have discovered that backlocks are fucking awesome.
Jay Friedman, you're awesome, dude.
Amber Bach just joining in. So am I hearing that we're all getting free opinions? Yes, exactly.
Oh gosh.
No, you're not here. Has landed? I don't think that's true. He said it was delayed till September or something. If you're talking about the Sharp by Design, but I could be wrong. Troy wants his nutsack. Oh, did I miss super chat? My bad.
I want my $5 back.
Troy, you're in for one here. Bang!
Oh gosh, Troy, why'd you do that, man? Troy, look how good this slip is looking, man. Look at that. My lighting sucks tonight, but there you go.
I was just talking to Troy. I sent him the midnight, actually.
Cool. I'm gonna have to get one for my midnight. So
there you go.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Troy about that.
Stoked as hell for my stout. Yeah, dude, I'm stoked to get him out there, man. Feels like it's been forever. It hasn't, but it hasn't even been 3 months.
I've been sitting over here fidgeting with this baby, so I'm gonna have to carry. Might have to do this tomorrow now.
Lockbacks are sick. Are you eventually gonna do? design a pry bar. So we actually have a pry bar design that we worked on with Chris, actually, Grady's Gear.
Oh, cool.
And it has like this magnetic door thing to cover the bits, and we just couldn't get the engineering on that to work. So we redesigned it without the door, and then we kind of just got stuck where we just haven't moved forward with it. So we do technically have a pry bar, and then Colin and I have a bit driver we call the bit bomb. It looks like a bomb, sort of, and it goes into a stand, and all the bits sit around the stand, so it kind of looks like a bomb with shrapnel all around it. We call it the bit bomb.
Bit bomb.
So that's something we want to do eventually too, but you know how it is. It's just a lot of. We already have a shit ton of projects going. So when did you say they were shipping to you, Kev? They're supposed to ship to us August 10th. So
you're behind again, by the way.
Yeah, I know I am.
I want my liner locked nimble, says G-Ball. Yeah.
68. Yeah. Yep. I think it looks good, man. Are you into Mayberry Custom? I don't know what that is, so no.
Yeah, I don't
but
either.
If you want to tell me, is Colin the one killing it with these rendering? Dude,
yeah.
That's the thing. So here's what happens. Well, it's not every time, but like on the backlog here, I'll draw something that looks like a 4-year-old drew it, but it's usually the basic concept of the design, right? And then I'll send it to Colin, and then he turns it into something baller. In this case, he came back with something that wasn't what I imagined. So I was like, let's change this and this a little bit. And this was kind of the second iteration, and I think it looks fucking awesome. But sometimes it's just it's he comes at me with a design. He's like, "Hey, I've been working on this," and then we'll play with it a little bit. But it just kind of goes either way. But yes, he's the one who fucking kills it with the rendering. And
yeah.
Honestly, it pisses me off because
I don't think it should piss you off.
Well, the knives can never be as good as his renders, and it bugs me because like you get the prototypes in or whatever. And even though the prototype could be amazing, it's not the rendering. Like the rendering looks like fucking perfect, like I don't know, like Riot at their best fucking level shit. And then you get a good prototype and it still doesn't live up to it. So it pisses me off that Colin's too good.
Yeah.
Buy a backlog because like I said, I've discovered that backlocks are super fun and fidgety, and
they can be.
They're ambidextrous and they're different, and nobody fucking does backlogs. And we think they're cool, so we're gonna bring the backlog back. It's gonna be a slogan.
He's bringing backlogs.
Back. Make the backlog great again.
So we'll I'm gonna show this because this is the opinion. But my drawings are a little bit better than a kindergartner.
Oh, yeah. See, that's a really good drawing. And that's not the first drawing. Get the hell out of here.
What that is? Well, look how many times I erased around it. It changed a billion times.
That is my strategy, Jay Friedman. Stop
that's
drinking, name all naps after booze.
Yeah, but there's the opinion. That's where that one.
Oh, here, I'll show you the I don't think I have it on my phone.
There's lots more in here, guys. We gotta fund the pinion so that I can unleash the beast. If the pinion happens, I'm getting like 2 or 3 prototypes of knives like almost immediately. So 2 or 3 different knives prototyped pretty quickly because I want to go to shows and show everybody and go from there, man.
I can't pull it up because I don't have my I don't have it. It's on my phone. But I would show you the drawing. It's bad, dude. It literally, like, the blade to handle ratio is horrible. The backlog. Like, the handle got cut off 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah, but if you got it in your head and you can explain things to him, it'll work out. It works out fine. It's just
it works out because renders are fucking awesome.
Definitely not an artist, but I can definitely draw things to scale. Does that make sense?
Another Chinese garbage knife, as if China doesn't already own our American souls production-wise. Good job. Another overpriced Chinese-made knife.
You're
Just
welcome.
what the knife industry needs.
You're
I
welcome.
swear, is this like somebody else masquerading as silly geese? Why are you here? Is my question. Like,
Yeah,
why are you watching this live stream?
Right. That's
Silly
kind of what I
geese.
was wondering.
Every knife I've showed you tonight has been. I think every knife I've showed you has been an overseas, except for the Spyderco here. This one's Golden, Colorado. Every knife I've showed you has been a Chinese manufactured knife. Like, why are you even watching my channel?
Yeah, don't
I'm a little bit
completely
confused.
understand either.
Uh,
But it is what it is,
I want
man.
my
Everybody.
$5 back.
The thing is,
Low
everybody's
roller
in.
now? No,
Everybody's.
dude, that's the thing. You gotta
He's a slow roller.
just wait till I get Colin's prototype from Best Tech, the Tonic. You can flick it real easy. Like, it's not like this, like other backlocks where you gotta like really hammer it to get it to flick. It flicks like with relative ease. It just flies out because he put this detent ball. So basically, if you see here, you see when I push this down, it pushes the tab up, the lock bar off of the blade, right? Or the tang. There's a ceramic ball that's between the lock bar and the blade. So it creates less friction right here throughout. And because of that, you can just flick it right out. It's really cool. I'll show you as soon. I have the prototype on the way from Best Tech, and our backlock will have that system. Actually, I'll show you. Hold on.
He's going to show us.
Let's see if I pull up CM. I think he showed a video of it. Yes. So hang on. Just to show you what I mean. This is a backlock, the one that he designed.
I want to get a hold of one of those so bad.
See how he just flips it right out? No problem. And it's because of the engineering. And then it still operates just like a backlock. But there's a ceramic ball between the lock bar.
I'm sad that I didn't see that at Blade Show.
Yeah, he had it in his pocket.
I only came to your booth like 12 times.
Hopefully that explains it. It's fucking cool. It really is.
Yeah, I'll try. I'd definitely like to try backlocks if people are innovating them, especially. So that's cool.
Yeah. So we got to see. We wanted to gauge interest. We'll probably post on Instagram about it, and we'll see if we get enough interest to do it. Then we'll just do it. But if not, we'll probably try to shop the design around to like an OEM. Because if we can't get enough people to buy it, then we can't do it.
There's all kinds of goose jokes. There's all kinds of goose jokes and comments in the chat. I say we find the goose and cook him, says Bluminati.
Dude, that's definitely one of these clowns like pretending to be somebody else. Like,
oh gosh,
you know. Carter, sorry, I skipped a lot of stuff. Send Colin the picture of those balls and see what he can render.
So
how long have you been designing knives, Casey?
How long have I been designing knives? I started drawing stuff a couple years ago.
To a ball lock.
Yeah, I started drawing stuff a couple years ago, but didn't really get serious about it till about a year ago. But 2 or 3 years ago, I was doodling stuff and just not really thinking I would ever make it into something. You know, and one of the best things about doing this, and Kevin will agree, when you get something like this in your hands that you drew out and thought of, even if it fails, it's really incredible. It really is. What'd you say?
He said that sounds.
Oh, the
lockback thing. Yeah, I forget what he calls it. The inset ball lockback something. And I'm
ball
like,
back.
So
a couple of years, Patina, probably something like that. But I've been doodling
for about
6 months,
9 months, maybe. No, I think I drew the stout in October, and that was like literally when I first drew a knife. So I'm a total noob, and I have plenty of things to learn.
Oh, shoot,
for me, it's just been fun. Like But I think that's why it's good to have somebody like Colin, because I can not be good and still, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna kill you,
It
Kevin.
helps a lot. Geese is plural, so is it a multiple personality?
Oh, maybe.
How are things coming with the growl? Yeah, so we're just waiting on Shieldon. They're doing. I don't know why, but they insisted on doing new prototypes with the updates. So it's taken an extra couple of weeks. So we're gonna get pricing from them as soon as those prototypes are done, which are supposed to be done by the 15th.
Oh,
And
wow.
then we're gonna place the order. I don't think we're gonna wait for the prototypes to get here, just because we know we liked the original ones. We just rounded the edges and we changed a couple of things, added a filler tab with a reversible clip, added a little lock bar act. Maybe we'll wait for the prototype. I don't know. But anyway, then we'll place the order and get them in. But it's not going to be a pre-order or anything, so we're not really like in a rush. You know, we just want to have the best knife we can get. So
Troy thinks it's not your average EDC as geese.
Yeah, right. Lefty and Colin are smart gut design. I mean, we don't have them planned till 2024. We just have that many designs. But yeah, I mean, we essentially are already into 2020.
Yeah,
you know,
I have about 20 designs sitting here, but I would say only 4 of them, 4 or 5 are ones I think are worth moving forward on.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Stout, the Growler, that are like pretty much, like the Stout's in production, the Growler's about to be, and then we have the Mash, which we're about 2 seconds from pulling the plug on Kubi, and just cutting our losses. I'm already talking to another OEM about it. I actually have a OEM in the US technically that's working on the Mash. So we'll see how the Mash develop. This is like kind of been the bane of our existence, this design. I don't know why. It just it hasn't come together on this one. But we also have the Buzz, which Best Tech is finishing up prototypes. They should be shipping by mid-July. Which I did want to mention.
Is it like green and white, like Buzz Lightyear?
No.
It's called the Buzz.
So they screwed up on the prototypes, and the way they did the grind, this grind line right here is inside the handle. Like it's just inside the handle. Now it's just the prototype. It's already fixed basically, but we would have had to wait like an extra month if we had them redo the blades. So we're getting the prototypes as is with the grind a little bit, back like that. I don't think it'll be a big deal. I mean, I'm going to have to probably mention it every time I send somebody the knife to review, but ultimately it's an easy fix. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But anyway, so we have the Buzz prototypes coming really soon. So I think that one's kind of taking the place of the Mash. While we sort this out, we have the Buzz to slot in to be like the next pre-ordered knife. And then we're going to start working on this mini or small Stout, budget version. And then we have a slip joint that's in the works. Prototype should be coming real soon. It was supposed to be done already, but we're working on that with another dealer. It's going to be their knife. It's just kind of like our design. But we have that one. And then we have this backlock one that we're going to start prototyping on. So, we got plenty of shit coming.
Very, very cool. Awesome.
Having them come in.
But, yeah, and I'm at the point that, again, I have a bunch of different designs I want to move on, but I need to sell something first. So, so hoping very much to get this project off the ground. It would be really awesome, Kevin, to sell like 300 or 400 in the first couple of days and keep on trucking, and then I would move right away on these other designs. I'll tell you that. So I just want to get it going, and
I agree.
That's the hope, man.
Nice. No Devo integral in the future that we have planned. For me, an integral is not. I don't personally like integrals.
It's just an engineering feat. But it's not
so
good
much,
for.
And the detents are really hard to get right. And so if we did
not
it,
easy for taking apart.
It would be like a $500-$600 knife for you, and like to me, it's not even worth it. I like normal construction of knives. I don't know if we did anything like that, we might do that like monoblock type thing, but we don't have plans for that. And yeah, Freak Show, I forgot about that one. We have the more premium growler that M3 Tactical is going to be working on here in the next month or so.
I'm excited about that. Started. Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
If you can make that happen with a U.S. company, I'll be very, very excited. Very excited.
They seem really, they seem up for it.
Awesome.
And I've sent a few people their way already. Like people we know are already talking to them about their own stuff. So we should be seeing something from that OEM regardless. Here's an alcohol related name, DTS or delirium tremens. Yeah, I don't like that name. I don't know. Something about delirium tremens I don't like.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to wrap it up and get going, Kevin. The pumpkin is coming for me.
All right. Well,
I was up till 2:30 last night, so
I feel you, man. I didn't want to go late today either, so I'm not going to be on much longer.
Yeah.
But
well, I appreciate you having me on. I'm like I said, I'm very excited to see how this goes, and
it will forever be a day that is in my mind because it's my daughter's birthday. Oh, which guys, big congratulations to my daughter. She took a poop in the potty today. She's not even 2, and she took a dump. She took a dump with me, actually. It was after dinner and everything, and she's like,
"No,
Daddy, potty, go poopy." And I'm like, "All right." So I take her back to the bathroom, and I take her, and she's like, "No," she's like, "Daddy, go poopy," and she's pointing at the toilet. She wants me to sit on the toilet, the other toilet, like we have her little, toddler potty thing, and she's like, "Daddy, go poopy." So I, took my pants down, I sat on the toilet like I was gonna take a dump, and I'm going. Like I'm making fart sounds to pretend I'm pooping, and she's like, no, Daddy, go poopy, and she started going, and then she actually took a shit. It was her first one. It was impressive. So I gave her a high five, and I cleaned it out with wipes, with toilet paper, put it in the toilet, and let her flush it. She was all proud of herself. I'm a proud papa. Proud papa. Anyway, now
the comment section just went crazy.
We can let the poop off the live stream now. So, no, thank you, Casey, guys. If you're gonna get opinion, get opinion. It's the same thing I was gonna say about the Ronin. There's too many people that look at these Kickstarters and these pre-orders and they go, "I'll get in when it's closer to getting funded or whatever it is." And it's like, no, if you don't get in, other people won't, because it's the same concept. Like they'll see that there's nobody getting in and then they won't get in. And like, don't wait, just order the damn thing if you want it, anyway, just order opinion. God damn it. Order 3 like me. Okay. Be like me.
Thank you, Kevin.
Order the Chinese knives, the scum knives. All right.
All right. No, just thank you for having me on, and thanks, guys, for all the kind words. You Kevin, you know how it is, man. Behind the scenes, there's people encouraging me every day, and I am so thankful for those people, and for my buddy Jeremy offering to come up and help me QC, and just so many kind people, and I'm excited. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty confident, but I need your help to get there. So please, like Kevin said, help out. Let's get this rolling, and then we will unleash the blue book.
Awesome. Can't wait.
So yeah, you've seen some of those. I've shown you a few of them, but yeah, we'll get there. But thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, man.
Yep. And tell your wife I say good night.
She's probably gonna hate me when my chill pill gets here.
Dude, but the chill pill you can chill with.
Okay.
You take it apart and just kind of roll them around in your palm. It's not really too loud.
Oh man, thanks for all the comments, guys. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, have a good one. I appreciate it. Yeah, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Go from there. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good night, man.
Leave
Later.
studio. All right, goodbye.
Leave studio. Yeah, guys. Casey's the man. Get yourself opinion if you're interested. And I'm hoping for good things on that one. I was shocked to hear my just turned 3-year-old do a metal version of the ABC song, and we have never worked on the alphabet. Dude, yeah, like the other day, my wife, I forget what she was doing, but she's like 1, 2, and my daughter's like 3, 4, 5. She's like counted all the way to 10, and we were like, wait, what? You can count to 10? Sometimes I wonder, like, should we do more? Like, should we sit there and try to do ABCs? But I feel like I can't get her to do anything for more than 2 seconds. Like, she's like, read, book, read. And you start reading, and she's already on to the next thing. It's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm glad he's gone too, Redbeard. Do parents a tool buy peeper targets for their sons? What? Fuck you. Peeper target? Oh, you can like pee at the target? That's funny. Devo Tanto scalpel. You should design a 5th pocket knife and call it the Scotch. Want to know what device you recommend for sharpening knives? Well, here's the thing, Jimmy. I don't really sharpen knives. I had a TS Prof for like a month or 2, and then I sold it to my good buddy Backpack B because I used it twice, and I used it twice to learn how to use it, but not because I actually wanted to use it. You know what I mean? But the TS Prof 365 Blitz, I think it was a Blitz 365, was awesome. Like an idiot like me who had never sharpened was able to sharpen knives like instantly. It was pretty impressive that I could get a knife really sharp without any, like, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of like training from Richie and Lindy, and that was it. So I do recommend that, but I can't really, you guys in the comments recommend some stuff to Jimmy here. It would be good to know your price point and stuff like that because it's hard. The TS Prop is $400, but you can get a Work Sharp precision adjusting for like $100 or $50. You can get a Work Sharp stone thing for, so I'm not your guy for that, to be honest. I just wouldn't want to steer you the wrong way. Sharpening knives is for suckers who use their shit, aka losers. I don't trust those people that use their knives, though. Seriously. I never trust their reviews. I mean, if you're going to use your shit, right, that means you have the ability to abuse stuff. And if you abuse stuff, I can't respect your opinion. It's just not, I'm not capable of it. So, it's too bad. What about some Zerk fidget balls? Call them 2 left knives. Yeah, Freak Show offers a sharpening service. There you go. Hit him up. He does great sharpening. He sharpened a few knives for me, and they came back mirror-edged and balling out. And I don't think it was expensive either. That's kind of my way of doing it, is I just send them out. And usually for me, it's like, hey, you want to check, somebody wants to check my knife out, like I loan it, and then they sharpen it for me. Like right now, Backpack B, I sent him my baby Barlow, and he's going to sharpen that for me, Or I have a buddy, my buddy Joe, he likes to sharpen knives. Like it's therapeutic for him. So I occasionally give him knives, and he sharpens them. Or I send a knife to Jared, and he sharpens it when he sends it back. Like it's just kind of, Let me buy a $600 knife and damage it when I could do the same with a 25-cent razor blade. Durr. I, I don't know if you're kidding or not, but like I like using my expensive knives, but I don't use them for dumb shit. Like if I'm cutting shipping labels, opening packages, doing a little bit of whatever, I love using my expensive knives. But if I'm gonna cut down a pound of cardboard, which I never do, I wouldn't use that knife. I might cut a couple strips with it, see how it does, and then I'll switch to something cheaper. Like just makes sense, you know. I actually like having like love marks on my stuff, even expensive knives. I don't. That's the thing. Like I'm like really picky and like nitpicky about stuff with knives, but like a lot of times little blemishes and stuff don't bother me at all. Or like like this is one of my fidgets I dropped on the concrete and it's all chipped up and shit. That's like, that's a war wound. Like I like that shit. Yep, and that's what your budget knives are for. Exactly. I personally, my budget knife, like my beater knives, they're not budget knives. My beater knives are my quiet carries. These are like the best beaters. They're rust proof. Vanix is the shit. And like for yard work and shit, this is what I carry. I carry a drift or a waypoint. This thing is meant to be used and put through shit. Like this is meant to look badass and have a skull clip in your pocket. Nobody hard uses this because if you did, you'd be bleeding in the palm because of all the sharp ass corners. So, this is probably my most used knife, to be honest. I meant to do a video on that, like my user knives, but it would literally be like two knives. It would be the drift and the waypoint, which you can see I still have a mirror edge on here, even though it's my user. But I use that knife and I use the drift when I need a user. That's the thing. I don't, I work in an office, aka my bedroom, basically, and like, I don't know. Sharpening is fun. Can't wait to sharpen some more knives. Yeah, and there's plenty of people who think sharpening's fun, and that's good. I'm glad you do. When I got into the TS prop, I was like excited because I was like, "Oh, now I'm going to use my knives more just to sharpen them," but just never happened because I just don't have things to use it for. Like, I use my knives for real simple EDC stuff. That's really look at that. Interesting. The lock bar on my Chavez is hitting the blade. That's why I've been getting this mark up here on the blade. I've wiped it away like 3 or 4 times, like right here, and it's from the lock bar. If you look at it, you might be able to see. Let me get my flashlight. You'll be able to see the mark. You can see the rubbing on the lock bar. See if I can get in there close enough. Can you see the rubbing right there on the lock bar? See if brighter helps. There. Right there. See the rubbing? It's hitting the blade right there. It's interesting. I gotta swap this battery anyway. No, I did adjust the lock bar. I moved it over just a skosh. So I got more detent, and I wonder if that was enough to cause that. But it looks like it's hitting, like when the blade drops into the detent, because it's not touching at all. You can see the lock bar is not touching the blade at all here, right? But then as soon as it dropped, the detent ball drops, the frame smacks the blade right there. My beater knife is whatever blade I have in my hand, but if I know I'm going to be doing crappy knife work, yeah, exactly. That's that's the way it is for me too. I'll use whatever's in my pocket. But if I know I'm going out to do yard work, I grab a drift. It just makes sense. So you should spend your knife money on central air conditioning. Dude, I actually have looked into central air and it is not really possible in my house. It's also not like good. I've been through this with a couple companies. There's no way to add a return or something. It just doesn't work. My house is 100 years old, more than that. It's just not set up for it. But yeah, otherwise I would definitely have already installed central air, dude. Detent hole is just a sea hair too deep. Could be. It could be that slight adjustment I made messed it up. I don't think it's a big deal. It'll probably just, because it only hits it when it locks up all the way. As soon as you flick it out, it's, as it's closing, it's not rubbing at all. It's really not an issue. I think one of my stout prototypes does that too, actually. So I don't think it's a super rare thing. I'm just giving you shit. Yeah, well, yeah, I know you can do ductless air conditioning, but you have to use those fucking what the fuck are they called? The unit. They're not Motorola. Why do I want to say Motorola? Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi units that go, you have the thing outside, it goes up, and then you have the thing in your wall, right? That's what you're talking about. The problem is the way my house is, I don't have it. Like, I can't get to the outside. I could have one in this room, and I could have one in, I think, my kids' room, but our bedroom and our main living room, we wouldn't be able to have one, so it's pointless. The window units honestly do their job. Like, they're actually pretty good. They're ugly and they're annoying, but like they kind of work. In our house, it's the best option, I think. Heat pumps. Thanks, dude. Yeah, his review was good. I was happy. It's the way to go for not redoing your home. Yeah, you guys are talking about the Mitsubishi units, right? Yeah. They won't work, actually, is what I'm saying. So what happens is you have literally a mini air conditioner unit, like the outdoor air conditioner unit, and then it goes up, copper piping and shit goes up your wall or whatever, and then it goes into a secondary unit that's usually a bar like this, right? And then that's your ductless Mitsubishi unit. And you basically have to have one of those outside units for every one of these fucking things that you have. And you have to be able to, it has to be able to get the pipe outside, right? You need to have that copper cooling pipe, whatever shit that goes out of your house and down the wall or wherever to an outside area where the unit sits. Well, in my house, it's a row, right? So I have a side yard, but it only is like half of the house. So you can't go down the side of my house. Like if I have to go from my backyard to my front, I have to go down the alley and around a few houses and up and around, right? I can't just walk down a side yard. So I don't have a spot to put the units outside for the rooms at the front of the house. I'm not going to put one of those Mitsubishi units on my front porch, right? Like it has to go somewhere. And I don't think I'd want to put one like on the roof, and then I'd have to have it go. It just doesn't work. is basically my point. Um, you can use the attic to run the pipes. Okay, do you want to add an attic to my house? Because I don't have an attic. Dude, I've thought of all this shit. Just trust me, it's not worth it. My one of my good buddies is a heating and air guy. Like he knows his shit. I had him come through the house and look at it. And the only option, which is what my neighbors have, some of my neighbors have central air, is to have it, and it only goes on one floor. And then you have to have you have to have window units upstairs anyway. Like it's dumb. I'm not spending 12 grand or whatever to install the duct, all the shit I need for one floor. It's just not worth it. Especially when the window units work. Like they work fine. I just have to install them and uninstall them. And it's for half the year or whatever, maybe. It's just not worth it. What I need to do is move. So I'm going to move instead of spending 10, 12 grand on something that only works on one floor. Like, it's just dumb. There's no return. That's the problem. What steel is it? I just found it in one of my many backpacks. What knife are you talking about? When are you going to do another knife drop? You talking to me? You mean like of the stout or anything? Probably it'll be when the stout comes in. We'll have extras to sell. So sometime in probably like early September would be the plan. We're going to make sure all of the pre-orders ship first before we do anything. And then anything we sell, any stouts we sell that are extras or whatever, they will obviously cost more because we want the pre-order people to have gotten a deal. You're going to get all the pre-order stuff, plus it'll be a little more expensive. That's the plan. Move to Wisconsin, yeah. We're talking about moving to somewhere. We were thinking like Utah though. Planning on staying in the same area or moving away, kind of deal. Yeah. I mean, I think ultimately we'll probably end up just staying here because of family. It's just kind of we're both very family driven. But we would like to move somewhere else, like Utah or something like that. Hey Kev, can you remind me which Spyderco clip will work with the stout? Which Spyderco clip? So the wire, it's just the wire clips. This is not a wire clip. I don't have anything with the wire clip right now, I don't think. But it's the Spyderco replacement clips. So like Lynch Northwest and Rips Garage Tech, they sell wire clip replacements. They're like titanium milled clips. Those will work. And if you wanted to use a Spyderco clip, I guess you could, but you might as well just use the wire clip we give you. Any of the Spyderco wire clips should work. You must have an old house. Yeah, it was built in like 1924. I don't have an attic. It's also pretty small. I mean, it's 3 bedrooms, and it was 1 bath. We added a bathroom downstairs, a half bath. It's a fucking row home. Like, it's not, but it's our first house. We've been here like 5 years. That was kind of our goal, was to stay 5 years and then move. So we're thinking about it. We've been thinking about it, but like the market just sucks. It's just not worth it. Like I don't want to spend, like in our area, you have to spend like 400 grand to get anything worth getting. Like I don't feel like spending 350 and then getting the same amount of square footage. Like it's just, and then it would be like a beat up single family house too. Like our area sucks. I think it's the market in general that sucks, but I don't know. So we're kind of like, we've just been upgrading our house instead lately. Like we added the bathroom, we redid the like landing on our staircase. We've redone shit. We like upgraded appliances, and so we're kind of like fine. We just have the one kid. She has her own room, so like we're not really in a rush to get out of here. But I do want to get out of here. Glock OEM fixed blade with roost saw. I have no idea what that is, but cool. What site do you sell your knives through? So we have our own site, devoknives.com. We also will have knives through White Mountain Knives and Urban EDC Supply. But there's nothing to buy right now. The pre-order sold out, and we're just waiting on stuff to come in at this point. J Freed, I don't like or dislike them. I have a couple. I typically go straight plain edge usually, but I do make exceptions. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to cover. I gotta take a piss, and I really should just wrap it up probably. I don't know. Do you guys have any other questions or anything? Cali real estate is just stupid. I flip houses in South Florida. They're blah blah. Literally over 1,000 foreclosures every 6 weeks. Damn. Do you know anything about half-face blades? I do not. Are they like the super tactical fixed blade people? Like with gold fucking painted blades and stuff. Looking forward to a YouTuber ultimately doing a stout versus Avant battle to the death. Stout wins easy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously for me personally, I prefer the stout, but I designed it, and I like sheep's foot blades. I actually sold my Avant this week, and the reason was the blade shape. I just can't like I couldn't carry it because it has that belly up to the tip, and I just can't use that. Like it's literally the worst blade shape for me, because even if I try to reach up to get to the tip, the way that one's designed is it's all belly, like really bellied up to the tip. So like no matter what I do, I'm basically using belly instead of tip. Like I want this, I want a really pokey tip to use and a low tip. So couldn't hang with the heat. No, they beards just get annoying for me. It's kind of my thing. I grow the beard out. It gets annoying after like a couple months. I shave it off and I start over. I don't like shaving. So it's not that I like being clean shaven. The beards get annoying after a while. And they get kind of like, I don't know. I just don't like, and they get like, I get these gray, white hairs and it's like annoying. So I just, let me block this naked shit. Somebody else got it. Thank you. The fucking douche nozzle. 3 Avants on Reddit right now. Sold the Avant, kept the yeah. My wife, I was like, nope, you're not getting the fanny pack. I think I sold it for $250 on Reddit, and my wife, she uses that fanny pack all the time. I think sick. Kev, will detent lash get worse over time? I honestly would think so, yeah, because as you wear, the blade and everything, the knife is gonna wear, right? And the detent hole is probably going to wear in, like the contact point for the ball going into the hole. That edge is probably going to wear over time more. So I would assume it would get worse. I can't guarantee that or anything, but I'm sure it would depend on the knife and everything too. But that's like on the stout. Now, we're not going to be able to do this with every knife. Like the growler's a budget knife. We'll see if we can. I think we're just going to be able to have them include an extra, plus that's a liner lock, but I think they're going to include an extra, what are they going to include? I forget, extra washers or something. I forget. But we're including an extra set of hardware with your stout. So you're going to get an extra pivot, an extra, a full set of hardware, washers, bearings, clip, everything but the backspacer. You'll get an extra one of. And the steel insert is one of those. And I think that's important when it comes to these OEM projects because swapping out a steel insert can like really make or break an issue like detent lash, lock stick, lock rock, anything like that. That lock bar insert could just be off. That detent ball could just be off, whatever. And being able to swap that chip out real quick could probably fix a lot of issues, which is why we wanted to do it. I figure we can negate like a good margin of warranty issues by having that extra set of hardware. So that's my thought is like you get a little bit of detent lash, boom, swap the chip out, see if it goes away, right? You have this issue, swap the hardware out. You strip this, boom, extra this. Your centering's a little off, boom, throw in one of the other washers, try one of the other bearings. Like, and I think it was well worth I think we paid like $7 extra per knife to add a full extra set of hardware, again, minus the backspacer. So on the customer end, it's like what, $15 that you paid extra for the stout, but you get a full set of hardware with it. I think it's worth it. If I could do it on every fucking knife we do, I will. It's just a matter of if the company does it, whatever. Like again, with Shielding with the Growler, they kind of didn't get what I was saying about doing extra hardware. And they were like, yeah, we'll do an extra this. I forget what the hell it was. But I totally forgot. Like it's a liner in there. And you can't even swap the chip out on a steel liner. So I forget what it was, something that they were going to be able to do. Pivot, or I don't know. But I think an extra set of hardware is important. But on a $100 knife, I think that's different than on a $300 knife. What do inserts do? Knife noob here. So, good question, Peter. This screw right here holds in a steel insert. And what that is, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a titanium frame lock, right? So this whole thing is titanium, and they cut the frame lock out of it. And then you have to lock up against the blade, right? Something has to lock up against the blade. Well, titanium is softer than steel, and the blade is made of steel. So what happens is you end up getting a lot of lock stick because the steel is stronger than the lock bar, and it kind of like grabs when you go to close it. So what they do to negate that is they actually have a sort of little steel plate that goes in and it gets inserted. That's why it's called an insert into the frame lock. And then this screw holds it in. And that's what the blade locks up on. So you have steel on steel. So it won't wear. That's the other thing. Titanium will wear out because the steel is harder. So now you have steel on steel, and you have an easy way to fix some issues. And now 90% of knives with an insert, they also hold the detent ball. So if you have issues with your detent ball, you just swap your chip out and you're good to go. It's hard for me to show you, but like this knife is a liner lock and it's titanium, right? So this liner right here is titanium. There's no insert on this. So you have that titanium against the steel. And what happens, which is what happened with this knife, if you get any kind of oil on that titanium, because I put, when I got it at Blade Show, I put a little drop of KPL on the detent ball so that it would wear in and it would be a little smoother. But when you flick the knife open like this, it's kind of violent, right? And what happens is that oil kind of splashed off of the detent ball and it hit onto the lock bar. And then the oil got onto the blade and the lock bar where they interface. And it caused a lot of lock stick. Like it was really annoying. And then, oh yeah, all I had to do was clean it off and it was fine. But you can have those kind of major issues with having titanium against steel. And the only way to then fix it, if you have any issue, is you have to replace the liner in there, or you have to replace the blade, right? But with the steel insert, all you have to do is replace that little piece. So if you're any of these companies that do Chavez, if you're any of these people, you should order extra chips. You should always order extra inserts, in my opinion. I would order an extra one for every knife if I could, because it's going to fix so many issues. To me, it's a no-brainer. Does the F5 have? No. So the F5 is like this. The F5 just has a titanium liner. So when you have a liner lock like this, it's much more common to see just titanium on steel. And what they do is they do something called carbidizing, where they literally take a piece of, I think, steel, right? And they like weld it onto the end of the lock bar. They basically infuse steel or carbides onto your lock face. It's called carbidizing. And it essentially kind of does the same thing. It basically puts steel or carbon against the steel of the blade. So the lockup is, but it's not as good as having an insert because it can wear off relatively quick. You can still have issues with lock stick if you get oil on it. It's not always done on every one properly. I've had a lot of issues with titanium liner locks without inserts. So anyway, I know that didn't explain everything, but that's the best I got. It will literally make the lockup last 10 times longer. Yeah. And you can, oh, you're talking about or carbidizing it. Will definitely help. Yeah, for sure. Like, for instance, I had a Gavco custom knife, and he didn't carbidize the lock face, or he didn't do it well enough. And I got the knife, and I had so much lock stick, it wasn't funny. And all it needed was to be recarbidized, but he had to take it apart and he had to carbidize the lock face. Now, I don't know if Gavco just doesn't carbidize because he doesn't know how or he doesn't have the equipment. But I had all these issues with lock stick. It was brutal to the point where I sent it in like 3 times. He kept telling me there's nothing wrong with it and sending it back, but I had lock stick. And it was like, it got bad where I had to really like 2-hand push it. And, he literally just ghosted me, stopped responding to me because I was telling him I had lock stick on the knife he made, which whatever. But I sent it to some friends, the knife modders, and all they did was carbidize the lock face. It's not that hard if you know what you're doing. There's a really good video on YouTube from John Grimsmo about carbidizing. He literally does it on camera. You should watch it if you're interested. It's really cool, and he explains it better. But they carbidized it. Boom. Lock stick was gone instantly. Never had an issue again. That knife was great. But, you know, if it's not done by the maker, it can be a pain in the ass for the end user. I know. Sorry. I actually talked to somebody tonight who's having the same issue. It's a different issue, I think, but he's having the same kind of like he sent it to him and he said it was perfect and he got it back with the same issues. It's like lock rock and lock stick or something. It's just like, what the hell? I don't know if it's allergy. I think it's just I'm still getting over COVID. We all had COVID. Do a battle Jaeger versus Stout. I have the Jaeger and looking forward to getting my Stout. Awesome, dude. Man, the Jaeger is so good. That's tough. And I'm not going to do a battle with my own knife. That would just feel weird. And I wouldn't be, the Jaeger would win just because I'm very critical of my own stuff. And honestly, I think the Jaeger should win. I mean, this is almost $400 knife. The stout is a $270 knife. This is made by Riot. Ours is made by QSP. It's going to be a step above. It's just how it's going to be. But we chose QSP because we wanted to get the knives in people's hands quicker, and we wanted to do it at a decent price point. So plus the Jaeger is amazing. It really is. But hey, we'll see when the stouts come in. We'll see. You guys can compare them. I think the stout is way more comfortable in hand for sure. So we'll see action-wise how they come out, but the prototypes are really good. Having the bolster lock will definitely be a plus. But I mean, these grind lines, this hollow grind, I don't think QSP is going to match that hollow grind. Thing's sick. Stout versus growler. Yeah, that'll be fun. Wouldn't be Lefty without the sniffles, right? All right, guys, I'm totally going to piss myself. So let me grab this StreamYard giveaway generator thing. Get her done. You guys can start leaving a comment. We're going to do hashtag Pinion. We'll do hashtag Pinion. So this is how you spell Pinion, Pinion, like opinion without the O. Just put your hashtag Pinion in the comments right now if you want to enter to win the Ratchet coin that I don't recommend, that I paid $130 for, and a bottle of KPL Knife Shield. Giveaway tool. There it is. All right. I'll give you guys a minute to let this. Man, I really got to piss. This is not good. Teaching my kid to use the potty, but I might have to use the can. As I take another sip. Pinion, maybe. Get your pinions in. QSP was a solid choice. Been super impressed over the past years. Yep. Colin has a good handle on ethos. You do as well. Ergos, you mean? Ethos? Oh, okay. Ergos, yeah. Yeah, I'm all about the ergos, man. I need that to be comfortable. And I want that 50-50 choil most of the time, right? Because it just maximizes blade to handle. And we always want our knives to be about 3 1/4 inches, Not always. We have some smaller ones. But, that's the sweet spot for people and for us. So it just makes the most sense. I don't need a 4-inch knife. Most and least favorite blade finishes. So my most favorite is probably still the belt satin, but it's like the Riot one. My least favorite by far would be the black coated blade. I just don't like a standard coated blade like this. You see how my case? Look at that. Look at it. Just making everything blue up in here. Holy shit, that's bad on this one. It just wipes right off, but it's funny. I just don't like a black coated blade. It looks like it's been painted on, right? I love a black wash. So one of my favorites after the belt satin is probably a black wash. There's a very subtle difference on camera, at least, to a coated blade and a black wash blade. It's basically this, but then tumbled. Just so nice. I love it. And then I like a stone wash. A hand satin's okay, but I detest the black coated blade. I don't really love a bead blast, and I'm not the biggest fan of an acid etch. Those would probably be my bottom 3, and my top 3 would be belt satin, black wash, and stone wash. All right, I'm gonna pull the winner. Let's do this. All right, hashtag opinion. Like the comments, we got 43 entries. That's it. 43, actually, that's pretty good for 85 people watching. All right, 44. You got 10 more seconds to put hashtag Pinion in the comments there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, Brandon Young coming in. Brandon Young. Shout out to you, bro. Brandon Young. There you go. All right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Congrats, Brandon. You are the proud owner of a ratchet coin in titanium with the extra coils. If you need help when you get it, just let me know. I'll walk you through it if you want to try to swap the coils out. It's pretty much common sense, but in case you need help, you can just hit me up and I'll walk you through it. And then obviously the knife shield is awesome. It's really good at protecting your blades from rust, and it cleans tape and shit off your knife like nobody's business. It's so cool. You can, of course, use Lefty 10 at knifepivotlube.com. But yeah, email me, Brandon. My email is right above your comment there, leftyedc88@gmail.com. Shoot me your address, and I'll get that out to you. That's all you got to do. If there's, yeah, that's why we're doing it like this, so there's none of that scammer shit. But yeah, I also talked to Stasa today. He's thinking about doing a live stream to do giveaways because he keeps having issues with the scammer thing. And he was asking if if I cared if he did it when I did it. Because I told him before, I was like, dude, if you ever want to do a live stream, you can take my time. You can do it during my time. I'm not going to get all pissy like some people who are like, they're all weird about when people do live streams. Like, if you guys want to watch Stasa, you go watch Stasa. Like, I don't care. But anyway, I told him to let me know when he wants to do it. He can just take my slot for that week or whatever. Like, I don't mind taking a day off or something. So I think at some point in the next couple of weeks, probably see Stasa on Thursday night instead of me, which will be cool. And I guess he would do it like this. I don't know how he would do it, but that would be cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I got a bunch of stuff coming in. I got the Cyber Tricks knife coming in, although I already traded it for a fidget because I'm a maniac. My buddy Sean has this. So I have this one in the Purple Haze Fat Carbon. It matches my Kvist. And they have a second one of these that's like a little gamepad that has like the A, B, C, D button. No, what is it? Like the PlayStation looking buttons, right? I don't think it actually has anything on it, but you get the point. It's like a slider, and it's like a matching one to this. It's very rare, and he has one. So I think I'm going to trade him my Cyber Tricks knife for it that I haven't gotten yet. But I'll do a review on it real quick, and then I'll ship it on. I have the gripper coming. I have a bunch of fidgets coming. You haven't seen much on the channel because I literally I have like 8 or 10 in transit. Magnus sent me some stuff. I bought a bunch of stuff. And then I'm sure I'm missing some knife stuff. I bought another Sangre. I don't know. I can't think of everything, but there's more content coming. I got the Ronin in the mail. Oh, yeah. So I have the Ronin Integral prototype coming in the mail. And I have the Nimble W, the Warney. I have that coming in the mail to check out. And I'm doing pass-arounds for like 1 million knives right now. So, oh, and I have Colin's prototype of the backlock that I was showing you guys, the Best Tectonic. I'll have that next week. So all that stuff's coming on the channel. Stay tuned. And I'm going to shut up now and take a piss. So I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic night. And, yeah. Catch you later. Peace. Thanks for coming out. Much love.